5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
What's up, guys? Shad Juice here. Just leaving that yard sale right there. Got a pretty cool deal. Got me a Nintendo DS. This Mario faceplate. It's in decent shape. There's some scratching on the bottom screen. And it's got the bottom cover. It had one game in it. Got Professor Layton and the Curious Village. I only paid $1 for it. I don't know if it turns on. I need to charge it, but for $1, I'll take the chance on that any day of the week. Or find anything else. Hey guys, just leaving this sale right here. Picked up a DS. Got some sticker crap on there. Don't know if it works. This should clean up alright. Got this TAC2 Street Dreams game. This Yoshi case, and it's got 2 games in it, and I haven't looked at what they were. So it's got a stylus in here. Ooh, Mario Party DS. And Zoo Tycoon. So picked that up for $2. Can't beat that. On to the next one. What's up, guys? I'm just circling around, but I just left this yard sale right here. I'm gonna show you what I picked up. Got a pretty good deal for a few bucks. Yeah, guys, they had some PS1 games, PS2 games, some 360 games. It looked like it was been picked through already, and I got in the car. Then on the ground, I seen a double disc case sitting on the ground, and happened to be Final Fantasy VII Greatest Hits Edition. It's got both discs there. The third disc, manual, so it is complete. Discs are a little scratchy, but they should play. Then also had a strategy guide for it, so that's pretty cool. And also had a strategy guide for Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. So pretty cool. Picked those 3 up for $5, so not a bad score. What's up, guys? Shad Juice here. Back at you with another episode of Yard Sale Game Hunting. Got some cool stuff. This is probably gonna be like a thrifty yard sale video. Like, I probably didn't spend more than $20 on all this stuff, which is a pretty damn good deal in my opinion. So, yeah, this first sale I went to, actually these sales are from like 2 separate weeks, guys. It wasn't all one weekend. You know, garage sales are getting kind of slow. It's October right now, so, actually I went to a pawn shop, and when I walked back out the pawn shop, I noticed there was like a yard sale like right next to it. And I go over there, and there was a couple Mexican ladies. They didn't speak very good English, but I looked on the ground, and I seen a crappy DS game that was still sealed. I left that. But next to it, I found this. I got a black Nintendo DS. It's got a Super Mario faceplate on it, which is pretty cool. It's in pretty good condition. Let's see, it had did have a game in it. It had Professor Layton and the Curious Village. So that was pretty cool. No stylus, but I paid $1 for that, guys. Just $1. It's even got the Game Boy Advance cover in the bottom, which a lot of them don't have. Yeah, that was a killer deal. You can't beat $1, man. It was in pretty good shape. I like the faceplate on it. I'm probably just going to keep that for myself. So that was a good deal. I'll show you these games I picked up. It was kind of a slow day the day I was out. Picked up Quake 4 on Xbox 360. It's got 2 discs in there. It's got a bonus disc. Got that for $1. I picked up Amp 3. I've always been a sucker for snowboarding games. All the way back from like 1080 snowboarding on a 64 to SSX. It's also complete. Discs are in decent shape. So not bad for $3. I also asked if they had it. They had some younger kids, so I said, "Hey, do you guys got any like DS stuff?" And he did. He brought out some DS games, but they wasn't that good. There was like a Sonic and Mario Olympics, but I wasn't too into it. I wasn't gonna pressure them into selling the stuff. Anyways, there wasn't nothing too good. That's it for that pickup, guys. This one right here, they had a community sale. Yeah, it's pretty late in the year to have community sale, I thought, but I got out late. I probably didn't even get out till 9 o'clock. My wife works third shift. She didn't get home till late, so got out about 9 o'clock. I seen it was like a Battleship Game Boy game, and I asked them if they had any other games, and she went over to the other table. I didn't even see it, but they had this DS, another black DS. It's got a Dark Temptation scratch and sniff on there. Yeah, it's still, you can still smell it, and it smells like shit. But anyways, I can get this sticker off. I think there's like a Disney sticker on there too. It's a little rougher shape than the other one. The screen ain't too bad. It's got a couple light scratches on it. But it also came with a stylus, which I don't have with me. It came with this Yoshi little carrying case. And there was 2 games in there, which I didn't even look at until I got in the car. Because the price, you couldn't pass the price up. It had Zoo Tycoon DS. And a copy of Mario Party DS. So that DS encased in 2 games. Oh, actually, there was another game too. It had, let's see, Attack 2 on the Game Boy Advance. So those 3 games in the system in the case, $2. $2. So I got both these DS's, 4 games in a case for $3. That's crazy. That's a damn good deal if you ask me. Let's get into this. This guy had like an old Laserdisc player, and he asked me if there's anything I was looking for, and I said, yeah, old video game stuff, you know, Nintendo or whatever. And he said he had a Nintendo with like 40 games, but he didn't want to get rid of none of it. I kind of say, well, man, you sure there maybe some you go in there and look through them, maybe there's some you don't want or something, you know? And he said, yeah, I'll go look. And he came back out with 2 games. He came back out with Russian Attack and Donkey Kong Classics. I don't know why he came back out with that, but I'll take it. And, I asked him how much he wanted. He said $1 for both, and I was like, okay. All I had was a 20. I said, you got change for a 20? He said no. I said, okay. He said, you know what, just take them for free. I was like, man, I don't want to take them for free. But I'll go up to another couple yard sales, and if I get change, I'll come back. And I guarantee he didn't think I'd come back, but I'm a man of my word. So I come back. I tried to give him a couple dollars a piece for the games, as I felt bad paying $1, but he wouldn't take nothing more than $1. So that's pretty cool of him, man. I didn't try to rip him off or nothing, but that's all he wanted. He was a pretty cool guy. He said he had like Castlevania and Mike Tyson's Punch-Out and stuff, and I didn't want to pry them from him, man. He didn't want to get rid of them, so that's cool. I understand that for sure. I got another video game pickup here. This sale, I do have it on videotape in the clips, but they had some like PlayStation 1 games, a few Xbox games and stuff, but they were all junk. They were picked through already. I know I missed out. But then when I got in the car, I seen like a PlayStation 1 case. It was like the double case. I was laying on top of a couple books, which I didn't even see this stuff. So got back out the car, and sure enough, Final Fantasy VII was sitting there. The first disc was a little scratched. It's got the manual. It's got the second and third disc. It's still in minty shape, so I guess I only really played the first disc. Underneath that was the Final Fantasy VII Strategy Guide. So that's pretty cool. I'm not an RPG guy, but one day I'm going to play this game because I just want to see what all the hype's about. Everybody, one of the best RPGs there is. I'll give it a try one day, man. One of these days. And then they had another book underneath. They had Legend of Zelda Wind Waker for the GameCube. So that was cool. It says it's got a giant C chart poster. Somebody ripped that out. But so I got those two books, Final Fantasy VII, and I asked him how much he wanted, and he said, well, if you go on eBay, that Final Fantasy, if it's in really good shape, you can get about $200 for it. I said, I don't think so, man. Then he said, how about $5? I said, sounds good to me. I don't know what's your price and stuff at, but anyways. And then this was at we went to a pumpkin patch out in the country, and they had a little community sale, a church parking lot. This was the only thing I come up with. Die Hard Trilogy. And I opened it up and had disc 3 of Final Fantasy VII in it. It's pretty scratched. And they had Die Hard in there. Paid 50 cents for that, so that wasn't bad. But yeah, guys, I think that's going to wrap it up for the video games. I got a couple other things here real quick that I just picked up. I'll show you. I picked up this Garmin GPS. It's old. It said 2008. It still worked. I picked that up with a brand new... First, I was just going to get... They had a brand new Luke Bryan CD. It was the newest CD out. It was still sealed for $1. But they didn't have change, so I got this. And then they had change. I got them both for $5. One bad deal. Then, this was a pretty cool find, man. I thought it was cool. We got a 1991 complete set of the micro baseball cards of Topps. There's this is about 9 inches long, probably. That's what she said. Anyways, 792 cards, 40 years of baseball. You can see it was $9.95 at Johnny's Toys back in the day. I missed that place. But yeah, I got that for 50 cents. It was still sealed. That's pretty neat, man. Micro baseball cards. I might open it. They're worthless. They're not worth nothing. But then the last thing I grabbed at the yard sales, I had just recently watched this movie. You got Robert De Niro and the Raging Bull. It's an old black and white boxing movie. It's pretty good, man. I really liked it. Starting to watch a lot of the older movies that I missed out on. Everybody says good. I watched Taxi Driver. It was alright. But, back then when the movies came out, stuff that happened in them was probably outrageous to see on the screen. But, with the stuff we see nowadays, it's nothing, you know what I mean? But yeah, guys, that's it for the yard sale stuff. Like I said, there was a couple weeks worth of stuff because it was hard to find a lot. But I did pretty good. Like I said, all that stuff was probably under $20 for sure. But I appreciate you guys watching. Peace!